Good morning, everyone. We're in the barn, taking care of everyone. Right, guys? So, after the reading I did this morning, on okay. I walked out, put shoes on, and I have socks on today, and hey, you good? This is what happens sometimes. That's why I have a separate bowl for him. Learned my lesson. Rather than walk in there, and if that happens, I happen to be in the way, not happening. He just fell. He slipped and fell, and I had to just stand back. Thank God their stalls are big enough. And he fell, then had to get back up. I mean, he's fine. Right? But it happens. So, well, there you go. Then you just hope, okay. If a horse here were to break a leg or whatever, that would be it. But he didn't. He's fine. I said it happens. It just he falls on his side. And which hopefully now will also teach him. That's why I always say easy, easy. Did you guys just see that? Yeah. Your buddy fell again. Come on. He's okay, guys. He's okay. He's okay. You worried about your buddy? And I got into my shoe and I realized that something's poking me. I'm looking at the sock and it had them stickers on it that are totally, they're everywhere. They come from a plant. You did not. Hang on. I gotta find you another bucket. He peed in his bowl again. Which means I gotta clean that out first. So, come here. Pick up. Come here. Try not to kill it. Anywho, so all kinds of things happening this morning here. And I guess it kind of goes right along with what I want to say. The comes from a plant called agrimony. It's an amazing plant. It's a great healing plant. And making a tincture or a tea out of it is very beneficial for many different things, but one thing, strep throat. Yes, big thing out there, especially among children, strep throat. So, though this plant is really something, and of course, well, it has when it's done blooming, this has these little burrs and they stick to everything. I cut the horses' manes real short so that they don't always have them in there. Gus was loaded up with them but they also kind of fall off. You don't have to. It's one of those things where you just give it some time. It's fine, right? But they get stuck in your clothes. They get this, that, and the wash won't take them out either. So I had some in my sock, and that knew right away. One of those things. These stickers are over our blankets. I mean, not in the bedrooms, but downstairs, on the sofa. Okay, because of the dogs, yes, we let them. and it's just one of those things, right? Where we live here, it's incredibly beautiful. Absolutely incredibly beautiful. But it is also, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of patience, and you have got to know God's world. You've got to know God's world. You just do. Or you won't make it. You won't make it. You will be angry more than not. You will try to use poisons to get rid of certain things that are here in the wilderness, basically that we're living in, are just a part of living. Right? Yes? Yeah. So. What I found living here is that there is and observed nature, observed myself, the animals, this, that, the seasons and all that, for nearly 20 years now, is that there is an incredible balance going on. And if one just doesn't get all, ooh, and this about certain things, like we have bats here, right? Yeah, and they get into our house. Okay, we have one or two every once in a while. Here you're laying, 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear this fluttering going on, you're going, okay, well, at least I won't have any flies or whatever else flies around in here, right? Yeah, they've never flown into my hair or anything. Okay. Otherwise, okay, it's a rare thing, but it happens sometimes. But they're in our roof, and there's quite a few of them. So one would think, oh, but over time then, won't you have just this, we counted 50 bats one evening. There might have been more flying out from the eaves of our house in the evening time, and that's a lot of bats. They're going to all, so what, in 2 or 3 years we'll have 500 bats? No. Somehow it just regulates itself. Like this year, I was almost worried, where are the bats? They're still around, okay? But there aren't that many. Oh, why suddenly? Didn't see any dead ones or anything either, so not sure. But somehow, as I said, nature, if you leave it in peace, right, and harmoniously coexist with it, things even out without having to exterminate or this or that. Also, we're one of the few places here in this camp that doesn't have any mosquitoes. Oh, well, one bat eats up to 4,000 mosquitoes a night. So I'm not too worried about our water standing and having some larvae in there. I'm going, well, I got to feed the bats. Right? Okay, all right. That's for the garden. With the horses, how I take care of that, I take a little cap of bleach and put it in there, stir it around, leave it all night, because bleach, the regular bleach, no scented stuff, this evaporates, it's biodegradable, and the water with just a little cap in a big old drum is perfectly safe for the animals to drink. No more larvae. That could potentially cause some problems in the system of a horse, or goat, or pig, or the dogs, or the cats. So there's another thing I didn't mention, but when I rewatched the video, which I always do first, to make sure, okay, who did you offend? What did you do? This and that. Sometimes, but, okay, before I share it. Well, it's fine to check oneself, okay? And the one thing about It starts in 26 with the famine. And here is Isaac who thrives. And maybe that is why it said again, I'm going to have your people thrive. Stay here. Because in a way, right, God's already seen, okay, some things may happen, and I want to give Isaac's tribe a possibility to help out the Philistines. Abimelech's, right, tribe. Which they did. They prospered to the point of where the Philistines envied them. Why would the Philistines envy other people? Was Isaac not sharing? Wasn't that kind of why God wanted him to stay there? So then his tribe, being prosperous, this and that, under the guidance of God, the presence of God, this and that, right? Share all the bounty they had with the people that were hungry and suffering. It doesn't mention that Isaac did that, right? And again, you have your own people suffering, and you see another tribe just, right? How are you going to keep your people happy if they're constantly confronted with something that, why are they not sharing all the great stuff they have? And the thing is, Isaac could have, I'll tell you why we're so prosperous. Because we believe in the one God, in Yahweh. We believe in his guidance. Right? How about you do the same? Just saying. Okay? Yes. Are you all right? Oh, what do you got there? Let me see. Got a big old tick. Look at that. Just pulled that off his ear. Big old fat, loaded up tick. You would think this would be over, but it's baby tick season here. Snake season. Giving snakes, poisonous ones, giving birth. Ticks. Still, it's all right. So what do? It's a beautifully fat tick. Well, when tick season's really in season, I don't just go and let them go free. But this is like one. It's a beautiful, perfectly round. I mean, look at this. I know, don't get grossed out, but look at that. Oh, it has eaten. So what are ticks good for? I just had that Lone Star tick disease. Took me 2 years to get over it, but it's all right. Once you knew. And so, yeah, gross. You know what? I don't have the heart to kill this one. So late in the year. I'm going to throw it out here. Either it gets away. It's not going to be hungry for a long time. Either it gets away or the people finds it. Right? Balance. Balance. Right? Yes? Okay. You ready to go out? Are you all right? Huh? Well, you had an interesting morning already. All right, you stay. Oh, Cece's going to church. That's good. So, yeah. So, with everything I talked about, come, stay here. This morning, Genesis 26, and then the reading, and on how do people actually work together, right? Thank God, Abimelech, was the king of the Philistines. He's, kind of, I've already had my experiences with their God. It's still their God. Right? So I better, for the better of my people, Abimelech actually is a really, really good king. Really good king. We should pay attention to that as well. And sadly, Isaac, it doesn't sound like, was sharing the oh-so wealth he had, way more than his people needed. Didn't share it with another tribe. Just say. Well, anyway, I want to make this one a short one. You guys want to go out? I got to put out some hay. And I know there's one more thing. So hang on. I don't know what. They're stopping me from pushing the button. So I got to pay attention to that. I'm going to put the hay out and then we'll see. I remember now. Gus! Gus! Is Gus over there with you? Do you see Gus over there? No? Alright, well. One more quick thing. God repeats himself a lot of times in the Bible as well. So, one thing I saw again is, to me, I don't get it, backlash. These girls got, oh, I gotta watch to see how he looks. Oh, he's all right. Yeah, he's fine. When they voiced concern and didn't want a boy pretending to be a girl in their locker room. And backlash. Wait a minute. Girls saying, trying to communicate to the people out there that is going wrong in their locker room. And they're being what? Then I saw another one where I always wanted to say, okay, so where is this boy? And what is his agenda actually? Because the first thing, a proper human being, I don't care if you're a man or a woman or a girl or a boy at that age, would be, hey, I understand. And yes, let's find another solution. Which, again, that was just a forerunner for another situation, same thing, volleyball, in another team, where a boy on a girl's team seriously hurt another girl. Just saying. So again, we had the warning. And nobody wants to listen. Yeah, no, we want to talk out there. But again, it's like these girls somehow stand there on their own. Where are the parents saying, we're done with this? Where are the parents from the rest of the girls in the school standing behind those parents with those girls on that volleyball team and say, done, we're done. We don't care about your laws. That boy is not entering that locker room again. Done. And with that other story, done. Boys do not belong in a girls' sports team. Done. Yet the guardian, not the parent of that boy, said he didn't do anything wrong. Aha. Got it. This is a young, 14, 15-year-old boy is putting the safety of a sports team, the being comfortable around him, as girls, as really girls, around a boy who's not fixed up and all that, even then. Himself above the well-being of everybody else. Okay, in a young person like that, with a guardian like that, now let me ask you, how much grooming is going on there? And who truly should be held responsible for that boy's behavior? Oh. Yeah. So again, yeah, so finishing this up here. That's a weird one to me. And I'm not getting it. I'm just not getting it. This is a cut and dry case for me. Yet, again, Genesis 26. What's wrong with parents out there? I see the girls. Where are the parents? Right there. In front of those girls. Not behind them. In front of them. Saying, enough is enough. You know, there was my daughter, my youngest daughter, had an allergic reaction to the hepatitis B shot, which is a shot that young people, as young as 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade are getting, and it's of a sexual nature as well. If they don't have intercourse or whatever, right, these children, then you don't need the hepatitis B shot. Yeah, well, you go, guys, and read up. Well, my daughter got it when she was in middle school because, no, she was in 6th grade because I got a letter. She wouldn't be able to go back to school if she didn't get that shot. Well, number one, that was a threat. Okay, I'm well enough read about all this, so I went. I said, well, okay, well, you know, and went and got the shot. Well, it's a set of 3 shots. So she got the first one and got really sick. Oh, well, first I didn't realize that's what it was, that she had actually a reaction, a side effect to that shot. She was sick for more than a year. Okay, on and off, stomach aches, headaches, kind of flu symptom things, you know, and I had to go and pick her up sometimes twice a week from school because she felt so bad. And this went on, and I could not, and it went on and on and on. Couldn't figure out, had to call when I said, okay, well, it's time for the second shot. I said, she's not well. She has a cold, it seems like a cold, it seems like the flu, seems like stomach something, you know. Oh, no, she can't come in and get that if she's not well. Okay. And it went on and on. I could never get the second shot. Suddenly I realized, I said, wait a minute. When did this all start? Sure enough, I traced it back. I got her on some of the alternative medicines that I have here immediately, and she got well. It took almost another 6 months for her to get well, but she did. Then I called and I said, I said, okay, this is what happened. This is what I figured out. So what now? And the nurse there told me, oh, no, she can't. She's allergic to that. She cannot come and get the other shots. I said, okay, so then I need an exemption. Oh, because of what that place was, some kind of a healthcare, something, where you just go and get the stuff done, but you don't actually have a doctor there or something to write you an exemption or whatever. I had to take her to another pediatrician, went there, and I've kind of was looked at, well, you know, I said, well, call them and ask them. It was like this thing, oh, here's another mother who just doesn't want to vaccinate her kids. That's not what it was. So I looked at her and I said, I will be back I took my daughter back home. I went home and I wrote out just a small, just a piece of paper where I stated her problems, this and that, and I said, I will hold you responsible if anything else happens to my child after I was forced to give her more of that vaccination. I went in and I said, you can give her the vaccination if you sign this. Guess what I got? The exemption. Just fine. All right. Oh, so you would take the chance. Well, no, I already knew that they wouldn't not going to sign that. If she was not going to sign that, I'd have left again. Then I would have gone to the school and say, okay, I guess I'm going to do homeschooling. I tell you what, though, about that school. I went and I talked to the principal, and he said, you know, this just goes out because there's no record of your daughter having had those shots. And, you know, of course, we would not allow her to come back to school. Okay, good. We know you well enough. You know me well enough. What? To know that I'm not a parent who would let their children be sexually abused or let them run around at the age of 12 or 13 where she could, get raped or be promiscuous or whatever and have to worry about her getting hepatitis B? All right. Are you guys hearing me? Yeah. Oh, I guess I had to mention that, right? If parents really inform themselves properly, when it comes to specific things like this, right, and you have a good home life, where you have to say, wait a minute, no, we're not, no. Right? This has already caused problems, then you step in and you say, something's not right with who wrote this law. I want to know who wrote this so we can go to them and say, here it is. I want you to sign this. If anything happens, I'm going to come after you for jail time, for money, for your position, whatever you have in your politician, lawmaker thing, done. Because that's what I did. The pediatrician said, well, I'm going to sign it, but it's only going to be good for a year. So it wasn't acknowledging this child has a problem with the shot. This child is not out there having to worry at that age to get hepatitis B. Fine, done, right? And, you know, do you want to find out why she is allergic to that? We could take a blood test. Nothing like that. It was immediately when I said I need to have this exemption because it's kind of been proven that the pediatrician went on the offense, okay? Or defense, rather. Defense, then offense. Not wanting to work together with a parent who knows her child very well. Very sad, isn't it? I think so. So I brought that to they're good. And I never heard another thing about it. All through middle school and high school, never heard another thing about it to have my daughter vaccinated for that. I would hope that I have taught my children better than to be so promiscuous out there when it comes to their partners and whatever, right, that they will pick up these diseases and viruses, right, due to their lustful behavior. I would hope that parents out there are a bit more vigilant on whom their children are about. That could cause sexual abuse. That boy in that locker room, that's like the first level of sexual abuse towards girls. Oh, you don't like that? Well, that's what it is. And because there is a law now, which is what? The girls are in the wrong and the boy is in the right. Okay, I'm sorry. I still am wearing my dress inside out. That's inside out, people. Absolutely inside out. Okay. Well, anyway, all I can do is just from here, from my little kingdom where I see the balance happening, and I have to accept that balance, right? But the balance is true. The balance is right. Okay? Just because I don't like mosquitoes, wasps, this and that, unless it is a dangerous situation where every once in a while I have to say, that nest has to come down. Okay? I am not going to go and spray poison everywhere here so I feel better. You get that? Yeah. So, how about in this country? Huh? In this country, can we still protect our girls out there? No? I'm telling you what. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. If those girls can't speak out, thank God they do. Those are some courageous girls. Against a pervert. A pervert. Sadly, a very young one too. Groomed by whom? To become like that. In a girl's locker room. Very sad. That boy needs help. That boy really needs help. That boy needs a bit of a talking to, and he needs help. And he needs to go back to the boys' locker room, back to a boys' sports team, if that's what he wants to do. That's balance right there. Yes? Got it? Oh. Man, you guys had a lot more to say. So, well, you say it a little strong, but yeah, that is it. That's how you help each other out. When you know what the right thing is. Huh? Yeah? Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to share. God's love and blessings always. And protect you. Especially those girls. And I will talk to y'all another time.